Good day, my people. Man has enough respect.
Spooky.
Hoping everyone's in great spirit. First and foremost, you know what I mean? I'll wait for some more people to get into the group for a second. Start reasoning for a second, you get me? Big up yourself, everyone logged in. Good day to everyone. Manners and respect. Natalie, big up yourself. Big up everyone logged in. Good day. And Clark. Alright. You know I want to talk something. Pull up that. It's not about music today. Just want to reason with my people for a minute. I don't want to talk about anything in regards to what we've already spoken about. As you know, every time I speak about stuff or hit certain topics, it seems to get pulled down, or it must be some info they don't want us to be out there sharing. So today I thought it would make sense, right? There's so many of us that's been affected, you know, by the back of this, what we're all in together right now. You know what I mean? Shouts out to everyone logged in. Manners and respect and good day. What it is I want to address, what it is I want the government to see and acknowledge, is that there's a lot of mental states that's being put at stake off of the back of this. Like, there's a lot of people that are in different mental states now because of having to stay in, not being used to staying by themselves, being by themselves, people not able to check on them, not being able to function, move about. You know what I mean? There's real issues out here that no one ain't addressing. We're all sitting down talking about the same thing. But how about we already know that bit? We're aware of that. But hear what we're not aware of. We're not aware of the next door neighbor that's sitting in their house thinking to themselves, "Rah, the world's gonna end. Do you know what? I feel suicidal." We're not thinking about the female that's in an abusive relationship, but she's stuck in this house with this abuser. Forced to. Some of these children is not every child is coming up in the right household or getting the right treatment. So there's a lot that is testing. This is a testing moment for a lot of people. I was thinking to myself, what is the best way for us to get everybody's voices heard, like, as one? Like, because I think that would get a lot of people up and moving and wanting to find some solutions to this, because they know whether this is whatever it is, once this thing passes, the mental state of a lot of people is not going to be the same as what once before. It's going to be a madness, and there's going to have to be different organizations having to deal with people, because not everybody can deal with this. Not everybody can handle this. I said it before. I said there's a few of us that's come from a struggle that certain struggle to us would be like second to nature. Like, it's not rocket science. But there's also people that's never experienced any of this before. Like, how about those people that's never been controlled before? What do you mean I have to stay in my house? What I've always done what I pay my bills, yes, I make sure everything else is covered, but I'd like to do what I want to do. I'm not used to staying in, and so these things are challenges for people. And when you go on your normal TV, this is what hurts me, because they don't show 100% of what is really going on out here. Yeah, what it is that they'll create an advert of people jogging up the road, you know, walking your dog, all the normal happy-go-lucky things. How about the people that are actually suffering in silence, don't believe there's nobody there, don't believe nobody's going through the same thing as them, don't believe that they have the capacity or the willpower or the drive to keep going? Look, you have some people, There's a lot of families that wasn't able to maintain on a normal day. We have families out there that is like that. They're struggling to keep it as normal as possible. This is how it goes. We don't have everybody that has it. So we have to speak for those that don't. Yeah? Supposing there's, cause we do have them. So you look at those people then. That's living below the breadline. That, you know, when everyone's out running and spending all their wages pack on bits and bobs, making sure that their houses look like Christmas is coming around the corner or 2 days time. Those people didn't get a chance to get those bulks of stuff. And now that they've got a little change to can get a little 1 or 2 bits, there's actually nothing to get. There's nothing to get. Do you know what? Individuals will do what individuals want to do based on what they believe or what they know. A lot of us might know a bit more and might take a stance that, you know what, I've got to go and do this. There's a lot of carers out there. We can't take for granted that there's a lot of carers out there that have to care for their elderly. Like, we're not leaving them. I'm sorry. We will take, there's no risking. I have to go and get electric for mummy. I have to go and get gas for mummy. You're mad. There's no excuse in that. That is actually a job that I have to go and do. I'm not putting anybody at risk if I have to go and do that. There's not. See, what's funny is that when I pick sense out of nonsense, half of this, what I listen to, doesn't make any sense because, see, on one hand, they tell you, you should self-isolate, social distance. We get it. But if we social distance, then you say that we can't check on our loved ones. But the same people that have to work in retail is sitting there getting and having to serve and come into contact with any and every possible coronavirus person that's carrying, so they say. Just saying. Now you're telling me that makes sense. What about these people that are out there doing da-da-da-da-da-da? Well, to be honest, none of this is making any sense to me. I'm just saying that through what's going on, there's a lot of people that are mentally unstable because of this. Shouts out to Paul McKenzie. I see you, big up my big bro. Yeah? There's a lot of people that are mentally unstable because of this, having to do something that they're not used to having to do, you know. People are not used to staying in their house for so long, you know. Children are in the house all day, you know. Most children today are hyperactive. They're not children that just want to sit around and watch EastEnders and watch the whole episode of Coronation Street and all that. No. These children are children that want to be up, vibrant, doing something, activities. I mean, how much activities can you do in your house? I mean, shouts out to those that do have a big house with a great big garden where you can do all your exercises in your garden, you know, press ups, run up and down, do all of that. You can do your little badminton, you can play your football. Big up to you lot, because there you have an opportunity to do that there. We shouldn't have to see you out trying to do it elsewhere if you have that capacity of a garden. It's common knowledge and common sense, isn't it? But for those that don't, that is stuck in the house, that does just basically look around and see that, oh my God, it's just basically 4 walls. When you really look at it, it's basically 4 walls. It's not an house, you know. I can't do much. Most people try to play music. You play your music, you're catching up with your neighbours because the neighbours, they're usually out working as well, you know. But now everyone's home, everyone's got a problem with everyone because of, it's something that plays with your mental, peeps, you know. So I'm thinking, why am I putting all the time into what could be or what could be not, or what we think it is or what we think it ain't, you know? We know what it is. Clear that bit. Because all we'll be doing is going around in circles. What's happening in the process of all of this is that a lot of people are affected. A lot of people are affected. You know what I mean? Big up Catty though. And manners and respect. Big up Jennifer and Sandra and everyone logged in. What I would like is to get everybody involved. So that we all, you see, if I sit here saying stuff, all you're going to do is share it and maybe a few comments. Share. But my voice is just my voice and it's not enough. You see, what we need is what I would like for my people to do is be the voices. I have an email address. Watch this. See, I have a plan. I have a plan. And to reach these people, we have to do this in the most articulate way possible. So we got to use the tools for what it's there for, and we have to use it appropriately and follow the guidelines that's been set. So we will not say anything in regards and against anything. What we will be doing is highlighting that the problem that I see with my people that I come into contact with when I go and get my groceries, and I see Mary that I haven't seen for a long time. I'm like, how you doing, Mary? How you coping? She's like, no, I'm stressed. No, I feel like listen, I can't even take it. Real life stuff. Stuff that no one ain't hearing about. Because why? Because we're so consumed with what's on the channels, you know? We're so consumed with what everyone's regurgitating like we don't know it all. Safe. The facts still remain that a lot of people are affected day in, day out, day out, day in. Yeah? Children are affected. The children, it's mad because they're used to maneuvering and moving. So what when they can't now? All of that pressure gets put on the parent that is trying to, you know what I mean, govern these children. Listen, if you would like to be involved, please, peeps, I'm going to do an episode, and I'm going to be doing episodes from here on based on this, the mental health reaction and aftermath of this. This is what we're going through. All of us, we're all affected, even myself. I'm not no angel, like we robots. We're all affected by this. So I'll be speaking about how I think it's affected me. You know what I mean? What it's restricted me from doing, and how do I find a way of coping and my coping mechanisms. And if anybody else would like to get involved, all you have to do is everyone's got a phone, you got a video on your phone, you know, just do a short clip, 5-minute clip, just expressing how do you think this has affected you. You can email it to me and I'll edit it all up, and you'll see that out, and we will push that as far as that needs to go, because I think that message is clear. This is affecting a lot of people, and mental states are important. We can't have crazy people walking all about not knowing what we're doing. Oh, hold on, we're all confused. No, we should be sane. We should know what's going on, and we should be prepared, and we should be of a healthy mind state, not something that's drawing us in and drawing us down, and we're being told, and every minute we look on the TV, it's another dictatorship. It affects people. So if you would like to get involved, this is the email address that I would like you to send your clip to. One more thing I will say though, let me see if I can show you a demonstration, because a lot of people do this and get it wrong. Most times when people are filming themselves, right, we have the phone in front of us like this, like facing us. But that's the worst way to film. So if you can, and you are going to film, if you could turn your phone to the side, like this, that's the best way to get the best picture, and editing, that's the best way for me to edit also. So if you can send any clip of yourself expressing how it's affected you, and we'll put all this together and present it to the world. So the email address needed for that would be KPTV, yeah, Open Minds with a Z. Let me just get it out. KPTV, OPENMINDZ @gmail.com. Again, Open Minds, no, KPTV, Open Minds with a Z @gmail.com. Any video clipping up to 5 minutes, as long as you want, it doesn't matter. You know what I mean? But we'll put that together. And it could be from anywhere, because everywhere in the world is affected. And you know, I'm connected to a lot of people all over. So I want this message to hit all of those people that are in power, man. I want them to make sure that they look and put something in place for the people that are affected in that way. And that's going to be if that's not going to be all of us, ain't not going to be all of us. Come on. Maybe knocking for you to turn music up. Nah, I wish it was that, to be honest with you, you know what I mean? Openminds @gmail.com. Yeah, that's it, Nicola. That's basically it. Big up yourself, Anne Clark. Art of love, manners and respect. But that's the angle and approach. That's the angle. Anyway. That is the angle. There's so many people that I do pass, and when I'm saying, "Raw, well, go on, are you keeping up with this thing?" And they're like, no, I'm not doing well at all. I'm not doing well at all. For me, 1 second, peeps. Yeah, apologies for that. Yeah, see it there? Post-corona depression. See it there? PCD. Big up my sister Divina. You don't know the thing. I hope you're good as well, my sis. Listen, that's what I wanted to come on air and say today. I'm not giving them no more airplay on anything, nothing. And I'm not giving them any reason to take down any more of my videos because I don't think it's fair. The message that we're sending is very clear and we're not offending anybody. All I'm saying is that there's a lot of people that's affected, and let's start looking at that. Let's start addressing these things and nipping it in the bud of trying to find ways to cope together as one community, even though it's a global community. Don't get it twisted. We're not just local. It's a global community also. So, yeah, near and farm, manners and respect. You don't know the thing. I had to spread a little love and talk to my people for 2 minutes, but you know the thing. Back to work. Still got things to go and do. Still got recordings to do. Still got a bike to go and fix. What else? I got stuff to do around the house. Got washing to do and all these things. So, peeps, you know, man's very busy. Always busy. Trying to stay, you know what I mean, motivated in every way possible. I hope you are too. You get me? So stay up, stay strong, stay motivated. Yeah, I that's the thing there. Man as I respect. Art I love.